Hello everyone, Kometo here, welcoming you to the next Let's Play project. Welcome to Let's Play Final Fantasy II. Let's start the new game. And we are instantly given default character names for each character. That's good enough for me. And we begin with, of course, a long-lived peace. Because we need something to, you know, break up before the game actually begins. Ah! Living fire! Ah! No! So apparently some prick emperor has borrowed power from the underworld and is using it to take over the world. Well, fluff me! And we have a rebel army, of course, to come up, but, well, the Emperor's just not going to have any of that. I don't think one guy can take on all those soldiers at once. And now the rebels are stuck in one little lonely town called Altair. But our story actually begins with four teenagers from Fynn, instead of the rebels. And they are instantly faced down by four Black Knights. Run away! Run away! Oh, fluff me! Yeah, you stand absolutely no chance in this fight. Your party was utterly destroyed. I don't know if he'll live. He took over 1,000 damage and only 30 HP. Overkill if I ever saw it. Nah, he's gonna be fine. It's almost like he's the main character or something. It should have been too late. So, apparently, the power of the underworld isn't enough for this Emperor, and he's building something called a Dreadnought. Really? How much of a megalomaniac can he possibly be? Well, in due time, our hero, Firion, does recover. And there's Maria and Guy right now. Yeah, what did happen to that Leon guy? I guess he wasn't quite as lucky as we were. He did not survive his terrible wounds on that fateful day. Well, we're all recovered now. We might as well go say hi to the princess. Hilda here. And of course we want to join the rebel army, because we gotta get revenge! You should return to your homes, but our homes were burned to the ground. Oh, right. Well, I still can't let you join the army, but you can stay here. And now we have a mechanic pretty much unique to 2 in the whole series. a keyword system. Select the learn command there. Whenever you see a word like that highlighted in red there, you can use learn to, well, memorize it. And then you can ask about it. This is pretty much the key for a lot of your plot progression, so be sure to learn it here and now. No, I think he's dead, not missing. But, well, we have our destination now, Fynn. And before I continue any further, auto dash on, message speed 1. Heed well the information the keyword system will bring you. Those who have fallen in battle can be revived at a sanctuary. So of course, like any RPG, we can run around and talk to the NPCs here. And Gordon, a prince of Kashan, is hiding in Altair. He's a giant coward, to put it bluntly. I was gonna say lightly, but no, that's exactly what he is, a coward. Fynn was sacked, at the 5-yard line no less. Fluff. Yeah, the king himself is actually injured. And outside the hideout we meet Paul, the greatest thief in the world! He steals from the Empire, but not the rebels. And his home is in Fynn. We should keep that in mind for the far-off future. And here's Gordon. He even admits that he's a coward. See, viewers? I'm not being cruel at all. And his brother was Scott, so... What? He told me to laugh. Okay, I'll stop being mean. This building, something like this, that kind of has like the pointed roof there. This is a sanctuary. Nothing happens because nobody has fallen unconscious. Yet. That's a magic shop. This is a weapon shop. Let's go into the weapon shop. This guy here, he's apparently just an old geezer, but if you tell him Wild Rose, he's actually the blacksmith Tobal. Let me see what I want here. I'll come back here later. Got a weapon shop here. I'm going to want to buy a buckler. Important thing to know about Final Fantasy II, one of the important things to know. Evasion is pretty much the top tier here. Defense, in comparison, doesn't really do all that much. And the magic shop here, we can buy some of the most basic stuff here. Most basic spells. I'm going to want Cure, of course. And Fire. Compared to the other two elemental tomes, more enemies are weak to fire than, well, pretty much anything else. Not that that's really going to matter in the long run, but, well, it's something worth keeping in mind. And I don't think it really matters what I get here. Yeah, knife, why not? I'll give Firion the knife there, give Guy the broadsword, and Maria will pretty much just be fine with the bow there. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, magic learning. Characters can hold up to 16 spells in a game. To learn a spell, select it in the item here while you're in the field. double select it, and select the character you want to learn it as. Huzzah! So I want to give Cure the Firion there, and fire the Maria. In terms of statistics, Firion can pretty much go whichever direction he wants. His stats are that balanced. Maria is kind of predisposed to be a mage, and Guy's pretty much predisposed to be your physical fighter. Over on this particular screen here, you have the various statistics. Attack, accuracy. The number on the left there's the number of hits you can inflict in total. The number on the right there is pretty much the general accuracy of each hit. Got defense there. Evasion, pretty much the opposite of accuracy there. The number on the left there is the amount of hits you have the ability to evade, and the percent on the right is how often you are likely to evade a hit. And pretty much the same thing with magic defense. Although magic defense is kind of weird in the terms of I don't think it really does all that much of anything, so you don't have to worry about that much. Unfortunately, bows are kind of underpowered, so... And again, Maria is going to be doing more magic than fighting, so I don't particularly care to remove the bow from her. So we might as well get started on going to Fynn here. And that's a lovely start to the adventure, isn't it? Ambushed. And I've been inflicted with status ailment. Poison, which is surprisingly a temporary status ailment. And therefore it's not really all that threatening. But this is a good opportunity to put that new cure magic use. Fire spell to use. How magic works in Final Fantasy II is that, well, obviously the more you use it, the more levels it will gain, and therefore, the more powerful it becomes. How that power works is that each level of the spell is... It pretty much works how the skill levels work for weapons. It inflicts... Okay, let me try to explain this. Each level of a spell is a particular layer of that spell. If my fire spell were level 5, I'd have 5 levels of fire. The more layers you have, then connect with, the more powerful the spell in question is. And that's pretty much about how magic works. If you're going to be using status element magics, you definitely want to build them up as quickly as possible, because the more layers you have on them, the more accurate they are. And that's now the battle won. Knife level increased, along with a whole bunch of other stuff there. So now that my weapon skill level is increased there, my number of hits I can perform with that particular weapon has gone up. You can see the skill levels there. You have your bare hands, which is actually really good if you want to go that route. Knives, swords, stabs and maces, axes, spears, bows, and shields. Shields work differently from the other weapons in the fact that, well, the more you level up your shield, you don't get more evasion layers from that. Instead, your shield's base evasion is multiplied. Actually, I know how to use Cure. As far as the staff and leveling progression goes in this game, there are no levels in terms of just outright experience. You have a chance of gaining stats depending on what you do in a battle. Skill levels go up just as naturally, just as you use certain weapons and spells. Because of that, you always want to try to, especially your healing magic, you always want to try to use your healing magic in battle. Maria's fire magic is now at level 2. That's pretty nice because now it can deal more damage, provided both flares of the spell hit. But now that it's level 2, it's going to cost me 2 MP to cast instead of 1, so, well, now I'm going to have to start being conservative and using the bow. You can also multi-target your spells by going to the back row and pressing, no, you press up on the topmost row there. See? Yeah. But I don't really recommend that you do that, because how multi-targeting offensive spells works is that the power of the spell is increased by 50%, but the damage is divided by 8, even if there are less than enemies on the field at any one time. So it's never in your best interest to multi-cast offensive spells. Status spells go right ahead. I don't believe their accuracy is affected in any shape or way. But we've made the Fynn. And the city is indeed crawling with Imperial soldiers. Take this warning to heart, viewers. If you go out of your way to talk to one of these armored soldiers, you will get into a battle with a captain who is much stronger than you are able to deal with at this particular time, and you will die. I'm just there's not a whole lot that we can really do in Fynn at this particular moment. We just need to go past the north wall and go into the pub there. I may as well demonstrate the multi-targeted fire. And it was useful there because all of the enemies really don't have all that much health. Later on, that becomes much less useful. Now again, don't talk to any of these soldiers because you will die. This bartender here mistakes you for an Imperial, prove otherwise. And there's a wooden soldier in the back, wow. And of course the bartender ditches his post because he's had enough of this Imperial scum. There's a wounded soldier, but first, potion, 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 really? Tell password to this guy here, and he will reveal his identity. This is Scott, who is not quite dead yet. He's only mostly dead. And now we must listen to his dying wishes. We need to tell Gordon that he is not quite the coward he thinks he is, and that he has great strength. Also, Fynn fell so quickly during the Imperial invasion is because one of their number, Borgen, betrayed them. And we're just gonna forget this last part here because, well, it would never happen. He's gonna die, so, well. And there is no such person as Leon. He's dead. In fact, you're probably going to be seeing a lot of death in this game. But for coming all this way here, he gives us his ring at the cost of the last of his strength. And now he officially dies. So it goes. Scott fell. Right on! Talk about out-of-place fanfare. And now we need to make our way back to Altar. If only I could cross that lake for a shortcut, but I can't. I recommend not straying too far to the north of the lake here because you'll encounter more powerful enemies than normal, and while they're not quite as strong as the captains, you'll probably die to them if you encounter them. So you want to avoid that. Likewise, you definitely do not want to stray too far to the west slash southwest there. You will die. Huh, there's an airship. Fear not, though, because even if you miss using a weapon, it will still count as promoting skill growth. I don't want to stop at that village just yet. There's nothing anything interesting about that. It's just a village on your way to Fynn. It's basically meant to serve as a sort of rest stop. Out of the way. I'm not impressed by your ambushing tactics. And we've made it back in one piece. Surely this is enough to demonstrate our courage to Hilda there. Now let's go to the inn. The inn here, its cost is based off of how much HP and MP you've lost. So the more you use, the more it'll cost you to stay at the inn. I believe MP costs slightly more than HP does to refill. But don't hold me to that. I see Paul's gone. Maybe he went off on another thieving raid there. First, let's talk to Gordon. Show him Scott's ring. And he doesn't believe it. Now we need to show the ring to Hilda. Is he alive? No, he kind of died just after he gave us this. No, he didn't say a word. So anyway, by obtaining Scott's ring, we have proven our courage, and thus we are now a part of the rebel army. And we need to recover a metal called mithril. It's a magical metal. We lost Fynn because we were ill-equipped. Had nothing to do with the traitor that we didn't know about. And now we need to go with Minwu to Salaman to figure out about that mithril. Talking to Minwu here is also a great boon to us because we can get... Well, first off, Minwu, who is a very accomplished white mage, and a magical folding canoe. But exactly how little effort will I have to put into this game? Find out another time! I'll see you there. Take care now.